good. Check
good.
these pillows real quick.
No dookies. No dookies.
They're not, no dookie, no dookie. They're a little dingy. We just gonna slide them over. We're gonna slide them over.
Hold on.
And we can jump right in.
Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to the Where My Dad's At podcast. I'm Will. This is Marco. And this is a special early Father's Day edition. This will probably still come out after Father's Day.
All right.
But today is before Father's Day, but we're going into that weekend. And yeah, we just want to say what's up to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
From the Where My Dad's At podcast. I got a special Father's Day shirt.
Man, what it say?
It breaks down what father stands for. So friend, so the F is for friend, daddy, protector, hero, teacher, and provider.
Oh man, that's dope, man.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Where you get it from?
And I can't. We went to a flea market over at IC Norcom.
All right, cool.
Last weekend, I think. Yeah, we went to like 8 flea markets, man. I was so tired that day.
Oh man,
because it was hot outside and all the flea markets were outside. So, but yeah, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to get my brother a T-shirt as well.
Oh man,
one of my fellow fathers. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hold it up for the people, you know what I mean?
That's what it says. A father, noun, a male parent who protects and provides for his children, a source of unconditional love and support, one who puts the needs of his children before his own. Yep, that's me.
A pillar of strength.
A pillar of strength, support, and discipline. A girl's first love and a boy's first hero.
See, also daddy, hero, and or ATM. I didn't notice that. That's funny, man.
Nice, man.
See,
I appreciate it,
that might be a
man.
little big, but we ain't know.
It's all good,
Yeah,
man.
I figured it's going to shrink. Look, mine, I'm probably going to be able to wear it this one day.
Nice.
And then I'm going to have to pass it on, but
nice, man.
Yeah, mine's a little tight. Yeah, so want to make sure you got some Father's Day flowers, man, you know. And again, because that's what we're about, where my dad's at, about celebrating each other as fathers, supporting each other as fathers, and just being a resource for people who are trying to help fathers or you know, help future fathers. We both have sons, so we're gonna be raising fathers. You know what I mean? So it's just so important for us to take time out to check in on each other. Check in on one another, because that's what we mainly do up here.
For sure.
And then just share whatever wisdom, funny stories and stuff we got. That's what it is. Where My Dad's At podcast. Of course, we are by the pool. The sun is slowly coming out as we're speaking right now.
Thank God.
The kids are splashing. You might be able to hear them in the background.
Yeah, splashing kids. Tell them this. Got little kids in this.
Yeah.
They're doing atomic bombs.
Messing with the little kids, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It's been a minute since we sat down. How things been going with you?
Man, everything been blessed, man. Everything been blessed, you know. Still on the grind, you know, doing my my YMCA management type thing, getting that done. I finally get my break. You know, I get my get almost to July, man. You know, so we about to hit this road Sunday. Road trip, World Cup, Florida. You know, I'm charging the microphone because this time's gonna be different. We're gonna do Where My Dad's At edition clip of me and my son hitting each state when we get there, whatever. I'm gonna send you the clips, whatever. You're gonna do your magic, whatever. You know what I mean? Made it at Bucky's in South Carolina, and it is live. About to walk in, the famous Bucky's. Let's check it out. Huh? Let's see if we can find a film. Oh, I think I found them.
Me and my dad are in Bucky's now in South Carolina. Probably a 4-hour drive now. Then we're about to be in Jacksonville.
You got garlic, steaks, hot spices. I guarantee your mother probably gonna get one of these. All right, just arrived in Jacksonville after a 8 and 30-minute drive. Knucklehead's behind the camera because he's so tired. He don't want to be in front of the camera. About to check into the Hampton Inn, get some rest, and then we're off on the road tomorrow to book it to West Palm Beach. Where my dad's at, right here, yo. It'd be something. Then when we get there, then me and you probably link up and do like a little, message, Zoom, whatever, see how things going on,
That's it.
Switches up a little bit so I get the insight. Even when I'm driving, when I get a little frustrated with it, I'm telling Marco, you know what I mean? You're gonna get all the insights on that. So
Yeah, man.
soon to come on that one, man.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I wish I could join y'all.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's gonna work out as of right now, but I know y'all gonna have fun.
Hi, we're my dad's at podcast. now in Fort Lauderdale. I'm a cousin's hotel. Now we're watching the England versus Ghana game. See you tomorrow at the Brazil game in Miami. Peace.
Just stuff for me to do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be going and doing, and I love it. Summertime is always a great time for us to travel and experience stuff. That and already talked about going to some museums.
I saw y'all already went to
went to the aquarium.
Dang, that was. I think it was tight, man. Y'all looked like y'all was like a water bubble.
Yeah.
I was like, I see you kind of like a kid yourself. Man.
No, I was, man. I was. It's awesome, man. The only thing I don't like about going to the aquarium, just like any other museum, it's just other people there. Sometimes I wish I could just close it down we get to go through by ourselves, right? Yeah. And I'm sure you can do that, but I'm sure it costs some money. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But it was cool, man. Yeah. So stuff like the aquarium, they want to go to DC.
Oh, that's good type.
Visit the museums.
Okay.
And speaking of museums, speaking of history, we talked about Father's Day, but there's another important thing that's going on today.
Yeah, man.
Juneteenth, yes.
For sure, man.
Very important.
Yeah. So, we definitely got, this is the official date when when slavery was, done.
Right.
And I wish that it was more celebrated.
Yeah.
I think it's slowly trickling, because I don't think it's it's not a national holiday. I don't think, not yet, because I know certain things are closed. Because I know the banks are closed today because my wife got paid early.
So the Lacey, yeah.
So but it's one of those things that being proud of our culture, and celebrating the release, and I told Marco, like, man, we gotta show our ancestors their flowers, man.
Right.
They went through that so we can be where we at right now.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
no
for
doubt,
sure.
No doubt.
And I we didn't even plan it like this.
No.
To land on Juneteenth.
No, yeah.
But it's significant, man, and that's just a testament to how God works. Like,
yeah,
we get an opportunity to sit down here, and like you said, when you talk about freedom, like this is one of the things we are free to do. Like,
freedom of speech.
We are free. Yes, we can share our opinions and our feelings and joke around and different things, and just sit in a situation, even with all the messed up stuff that goes in the world. Sit here in a situation knowing that our ancestors went through stuff that we wouldn't want to go through, so that we could be here today.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so important, and just to spread spread the awareness of that. And it's not just a black thing; it's a human thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll throw in some quotes right here.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, I did a little thing where we took a trip down to my grandma's house in North Carolina.
Okay.
And I did like a little documentary, and during this documentary, I did one of the things that a lot of people do during Juneteenth. They get together, they talk about family, history. We also get together and eat a lot on Juneteenth, and we just spend time together. So what I did was I documented my grandma passing down her famous cornbread recipe to my brother. So my brother likes to cook. AJ, he likes to cook.
Okay.
So, they got in the kitchen and they're frying fish and they're doing the cornbread. She's passing it on to him, which is so important in the culture, to pass on our lessons and stuff down to one another. And while they were doing that, I was just basically talking to my mom and my aunt. We were talking through some genealogy stuff with our family. And we were also talking about like some memories connected to like food from our ancestors, you know? So
that's dope.
I'll drop the link to that, but there was some really good quotes from the Juneteenth.com website, as well as some other people, and I'll drop those in here. Just talking about, how important it is that we all acknowledge it.
Yeah, man.
Because it's like anything else your family goes through, right?
Yeah.
If you look at us as humanity, we all family. If we got traumas and we got dysfunction and we don't all acknowledge it, we can't move forward as well.
No.
We might not be able to move forward at all. So it's just like in a family. If there's something going on in the family, until everybody in the family is on board with at least acknowledging, yes, this happened, then you can't move forward. If some people are still saying, nah, that didn't happen, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, think about it in a family. If that's the case, the family can't move forward if one person in the family ignores it.
Yeah.
Or acts like it, or has selective amnesia.
Yeah.
Or even if you see it different, just acknowledge that something happened that caused pain.
Yeah.
Something happened that caused division.
Oh, yeah.
And start working to get over it, you know?
Yes, that's a lot. That's about that a lot of families go through.
Right.
I mean, shoot, you know, I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but you know, I was going, I gotta get stuff, you know, get my mother's funeral stuff together. You know, I had to dive into history, right?
Right.
You know, and I'm like, I learned 1,100% a lot. I was like, well, Jesus Christ. I'm like, all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things that I could see why she didn't want to let me know certain things.
Right.
There's certain things I was kind of like, you know, like, okay, I get it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, wow. You know, and then it kind of reflects on me, kind of like, you know, you can be the one that kind of be like, hey, let's stop it with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, you know, there were some good things. I'm like, whoa, like, you know, I learned, you know, this and, you know, so it's sometimes you got to dive into uncomfortable situations, you know, to get the answers you need, right? And it was very, 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 very uncomfortable, you know. It was, you know, my dad gave me the box, like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, and I'm sitting in my room kind of like, oh, okay, yeah.
Wow.
You know, till, you know, from her mother death certificate, I'm reading, I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, that, you know, that makes, you know, I'm like, wow, you know.
Right.
So, and then when you're talking about like food, you know, getting passed down from generation, whatever, you know what I mean? And I talked about it when I was at the YMCA, when I did that video about, you know, American, African-American culture.
Right.
You know, and the most important thing in the African-American household is collard greens, which you see people it can be good or it can be nasty, right? And the one thing my mother always taught me was you cannot mess up collard greens and mac and cheese. That's one thing my mother, and if she did, she would never serve it to you, whatever.
Really?
She'll never serve it to you.
Right.
Until this day, it takes me 6 hours to make a good pot of collard greens.
Yeah.
It takes time. One thing she told me, it's time.
Right.
It's time. You got to be patient.
Right.
And you cannot rush it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if you're capping, but I gave you a bowl or whatever. You sitting there like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course,
I don't cap about collard greens.
Yeah.
Certain things I might cap about.
Right.
No.
But it's funny because, you know, you pass it down, right? And I'm doing it with Marco, but I add a little twist towards the recipe.
Yeah.
Right?
You change up a
and
little
then
bit.
it goes down the line. Like
Yeah.
and I'm guaranteed from her family or her, you know, I'm pretty sure each person was like, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, let me try something. And I did. I'm like, all right. And I let my wife, she was like, whoa, like, this is good. And I let Marco know.
So give me one of your collard green secrets. I'm a collard connoisseur.
I mean, it's not gonna be the biggest secret, but
I just want to know.
So for me, a lot of people, I don't know if they do it or not, but I add, and I taste as I go, hot sauce in mine, right? But you got to be careful which hot sauce brand you're using. And the first time I did it, I messed my collard greens up.
Really?
I trashed them. Right? This is a long time ago, right?
Okay.
Because, you know, for collard greens, right, you got to add vinegar, right, to get the right. Yeah. Some hot sauce has too much vinegar, right?
Yeah.
So you can't use Texas Pete.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you which one I use,
right?
But you taste, right? You got to get something with a bite, but not too much of a bite. You know what I mean? And it kind of flavors it, whatever. Yeah. And then with that, you know, you add your brown sugar.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say no more, but you know, it's the type of hot sauce you use. You know, and people say, "Oh, hot sauce." I said, "Don't." It depends.
We do crushed red pepper. We do crushed red pepper.
I do.
Yep.
I do. I don't use too much because Marco he'll take a bite and his cap get blown on, right?
Yeah, no, you can't do too much.
Right. I use turkey just because I'm health cautious, whatever.
That's what we use.
But
smoked
turkey.
But
pork sometimes it puts a little kick into it. I
yeah,
believe it.
No, for sure.
I believe it. Just
it's a
like
whole different,
just like between turkey bacon
Yep.
and pork bacon. Like I'm not
There's
gonna
a
say,
difference.
and I'm a health guy, whatever, right? And I can tell you when I take a bite of pork bacon, I'm like, wait, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but it's one of those things that's beautiful, right? Where everybody's adding their history and twisting to it. And I'm like, man. And I love it cooking with Marco. Marco sits there and he'll be like, okay, what I got to do? He's like, all right, and I'm like, yeah, just, So, yeah, man,
so you're passing that down to him.
I'm passing it down. Everybody knows that in my household, I'm the cook of the family, right?
Right.
I don't know about everything, outside my house.
Right.
But, I enjoy cooking. I enjoy recipes. I enjoy trying to recreate with my mom, cook, whatever.
Right.
Mac and cheese, one of those things that was very hard for me to make when I was like, because you can.
I still haven't done that one.
Dude, you can mess it up.
I haven't even tried it.
You can mess it up.
I haven't even tried it yet.
You can go to somebody's house, and I told you, I'll go to somebody's house. I won't let them know, but I kind of give them the eye, kind of like, hey, you slipping?
Hey,
like,
like, get it together.
Hey, let's get it together, whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's a certain sound when you make it. If it's not making that sound, if you go like this and it's not making that, you kind of like, I'm kind of tilting my glasses like, hey, man, hey, let's get it together.
Yeah.
And I got thumbs of approval from my father when I did dressing. When I did dressing for things,
another one.
I was so nervous. And I'm sitting at the table, whatever, and my dad, he'll tell how it is. He would tell you at the table, kind of like you missing something in here, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm eating, and my dad's a quiet guy, whatever. He's just sitting there eating it, and he sits up, and he was like, Marco, I say, sir. He was like, you did your thing, man. You know what I mean? And he goes to the stove. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. That's what tells if he get more.
Oh, yeah.
If they go back for seconds.
Yeah.
But
one thing I didn't master is potato salad. Sue me, I don't know why. I don't know why. No? So you like, okay, yeah. I don't, everybody say it's simple. I said, no, it's not.
So I've been working on collards. Lacey will tell you. And now she cooks them based on my recipe. Mm-hmm. But I've been working on collards since 07, 08.
Wow.
I've been perfecting a college recipe.
Okay.
I do a little different something. Like 1 year, I said, let me do a little chicken bouillon in there just for a little seasoning. Do that in there. I was like, okay, it's all right, not bad.
Yeah.
I got good results. Everybody was on it. You know what I mean? So, like you said, every time I do it, especially, at the house, we might cook them like 3 or 4 times a year or whatever. Yeah. So I try a little something different. Mm-hmm. Or Lacey will be cooking them. And while Lacey looking that way, I'll go slip a little something in there. and then I'll watch. I'll watch everybody eat.
Yeah, you like me, dude.
I'll watch everybody eat them. And if they're like, and they go back, especially my youngest Eli, if he go back for college, I'm like, yo, I nailed it. I nailed it. I got it.
So you like me, like, you got to be sneaky with it because they see what you put in, like, you know what I mean? I get you. I get you. Yeah.
So I try a little something a little different each time, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I don't go outrageous with it. Whatever I add it minimal.
Okay.
So that it don't overpower it. Okay. But it's just a little something different. And, I taste them as I'm going to them. Like, all right, that's cool. And I know it's going to cook down some more. I know it's going to do that. You know what I mean? So, so when you do your collards, do you do straight collard greens or do you mix in, like, other green mustard?
I don't know how to do that, man. I don't know how to mix in the mustard and turnip greens.
Yeah, turnip greens.
I tried it, and it came out with, like, it was a certain... My wife said she loved it, but for me, I'm kind of like, if I don't love it, I would not make it, because I know turnips, whatever, they're very, very crunchy, whatever. You gotta, you know what I mean? Right. And you gotta season them really correctly. So right now, I just stick with fresh collard greens. I rip them, I shred them. Yep. I wash them.
You gotta wash them, man.
Oh God, man. I think I sent you a clip. Somebody's mom was in there. She was just throwing the whole stems in there and boiling. You can see like dirt, and I'm like, golly.
So how about the clip? I forgot which one was sent it. Where homeboy put his foot in the greens and was stirring the green with his big toe.
Yeah.
And then look, he was watching everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh, this is the best greens." He was like,
put my foot in there. Oh man, but yeah, man. It's tight though. You know how we can change history. We can add to our history, man. So yeah, this Juneteenth is one of those things that I definitely I enjoy. I am going to enjoy it later, especially in my vacation time, man. I'm chilling, relaxing, I'm getting my sip on, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be very beautiful, Marco's finally gonna be, boys trip, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
we're gonna make you're gonna make some history, Marco
Nice.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna see some things kind of like, whoa, like what's going on.
Son, don't stare.
But we can talk on that
No, for real.
he's getting at that age, right?
Right.
And I think me and Marco had a conversation a couple of weeks back, whatever. We were talking, and I was, he was saying like, we was at the dinner table and we were sitting there eating, and you were talking about the trip, whatever, blah blah blah. And he was talking, and my wife was like, yeah, soon, you wanna, you're gonna be at the age, you're gonna start having girlfriends. And Marco was like, well, I don't want to talk about that. I said, it's okay, And I was like, hey, look, man, what's your type? Do you have a type?
Right,
He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, what's up? What's up? I kind of paused for a second. I said, should I ask him my wife right here? I said, I'm going to ask him my wife right here. So I asked him, and I said, just to be curious, what is your type, whatever. He said, quick. He said, Colombian. That's all. And my wife was like, why Colombian? And I'm sitting there
It's
like,
out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, I'm eating like, oh crap. I'm trying to think, did I do anything? And I'm sitting there. He was like, well, maybe because how many times we went to Florida or whatever.
Right,
maybe
right.
since he was younger. Maybe, because he been seeing it since he was young, right? Because we moved to Florida when he was young, right? So he grew up, he saw it, and we go every year. And I'm kind of like, well, that can be it, whatever, And then I thought about it. He has a big crush on Rihanna. Rihanna's not Colombian, but she's kind of like, you know. And I was just like, okay. And I made a joke with them. I was like, hey, man, that's what's up, man. You can have your type, blah, 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 whatever. I said, just let you know, man, when they get mad, they get mad.
Yeah, that's
he was like, what you mean? I said, don't worry about it. You'll come when you get older.
You'll find out, yeah.
I'm going to sit there with my coffee, but like, boy, I told you, boy.
That's funny, man.
But yeah, man, it's cool to see him. He's going to be going to fourth grade, so he's already, talking. His gear got to be right. You know what I mean? And I'm I know you went through it, right? So now I'm going through it. And you're going through a phase right now too as well. So
yeah, I am. It's definitely the whole Dad, I got a girlfriend and all that, and so now we gotta have talks.
Was he like he just come up to you and say it, or y'all was like chilling?
So he just kind of like he slow walked us into it. Like,
he told you and your wife at the same time?
Nah.
Oh.
So what happened is he let us know like months ago that he liked this person.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, does she like you too? And he was like, yeah, she likes me too. And we're like, okay, all right. And then so slowly but surely they started, like, their family was going to do things, so we had to go do, well, actually the first thing was she invited him to the 8th grade dance. So he's in 7th grade, so the only way he could go is if somebody invited him.
Gotcha.
So she invited to the 8th grade dance. We were like, hold on, wait a minute. You like this person? He was like, same thing. Like, I don't really want to talk about it, whatever. Yeah. And then slowly, he's like, yes, I like her. You know what I'm saying? I am. Does she like you? Yes, she likes me. And we're just like, okay, all right, Mom and Dad. We don't say this to him, but it's like, we're not ready, man. We don't know how to handle this, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, just slowly but surely having talks. And then finally, matter of fact, it was a week that Lacey went out of town for work. He came in, he told me. He was like, yeah, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And I was
I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing because, it's just one of those.
It take you back, don't it?
Yeah.
Like it's something that you would see on like the Cosby Show or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like an episode.
I was thinking about Family Matters, but that's close enough.
Yeah, still, yeah. It's like something you would see, and then it's one of those things where it's like the dad be like, well, he don't want to ask it, but he want to know, well, does she look? Is she pretty? You know what I'm saying? And then he show her a picture, and then Dad gotta hide whether she pretty or not. Like if she ugly, Dad can't be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? If she's pretty, Dad can't be like, oh, So Dad gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play the role. So yeah, nah, it's been an adventure, man. Right. And
I got a gift for Father's Day.
It's been an adventure, and I gotta make sure I'm not talking too loud.
I got you. Yeah.
Because he'll be mad at me forever.
Nah, I'll be all right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our fathers, did the same thing.
Yeah, man. It was But he I don't know if he waited till his mom went out of town or what.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he came in one day while she was out of town, and he told me And I was like, okay, all right. So, I let Lacey know. Lacey's like, I knew it was coming. I was like, yeah, we knew it was coming.
So what's the new way? We just do they do it in text messages form, or is it like, because well, me growing up, it used to be the letter check yes or no. You want to go out, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So there was that, and for me, there was a lot of like okay, so my friend has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend's friend.
Oh boy,
it's like I like him or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where you get kind of hooked up or whatever, and I just remember like the notes, and we wrote notes or whatever like that.
Circle yes or no on maybe.
Yeah. We definitely wasn't texting into the wee hours of the morning. So that's kind of what put us on too. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
We saw his text message, and it was like after the normal time he's supposed to be on his phone. And we were like, oh, okay, all right, this is a little bit different. Like, you're not texting nobody else like this. So, you know what I mean? We kind of got an idea.
It's just weird, man. Like text, I don't know. Maybe, well, I'm in my 40s. So I'm kind of like, maybe it's just my generation kind of, because I'm like, I be kind of tired, like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
and that's, you just recreated how he is during the day. If he not, especially summertime now, or a day out of school, that's what he's doing. If he not on a video game, or we not out doing something else, even when we at the aquarium, he texted, taking pictures, sending it to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm about to fish. I'm like, yo,
look, man, my Nemo right here.
Yeah. And so I know, like we went ahead and got the year pass or whatever.
Oh, nice.
So I know we're gonna be going back.
Cool.
And I bet at some point he could be like, "Can I take so?" Because we got the pass for our family plus one other kid.
Okay.
So like each time we go, one of them can bring a friend if they want to or something like that. And so we know that's coming. We know it's coming.
Hey, man,
like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'll let you go further. When you at that age, right? Like, what type of presents or what were you doing to show, like, your boyfriend or girlfriend, but ain't like you can, like, well, you're not the age to drive. You can't really go on dates. You can really, and you only see them at school, right? You know what I mean? So you gotta think, right? I mean, so like for me, lucky I had, again, I have two brothers, right? So my thing was just kind of like asking them, all right, let's do middle school. Right. He's in middle school.
Yeah,
right?
That's what kind of how when it started for me too.
Middle school. All right, so let's do, because elementary is like, whatever. The middle school, like, you're right. So only thing I was doing, because you only see them Monday through Friday because of,
Right.
So it'd be like, I got this class, meet me here. We're gonna walk to lunch together.
Yeah.
Right. All right, like go on the lunch together, or I don't know, let's walk me to my school bus.
Right.
If you're, because I gotta walk you. You might not have the same classes, right?
Right.
Or for me, it was like, hey, do you want to ask your mom, or you want to ask your, get some friends? We can meet at the movies. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like that because she said because I gotta ask my friend because I can't go by myself. I have that friend, and for me, I have look at how my cousin Reggie, like, hey man, me and Reggie meet up, whatever. You know what I mean? So. Because it's one of those, it's funny and cute things. Weird, it's all right. It's weird. It's awkward. It's an awkward thing, whatever, right? Because I'm like, moms being moms, and whatever, my mom said, don't bring that heifer in my, because again, I was with the project chicks, so it's what it is. Hey, I was going through a phase, people. It's all right. So, hey man, but.
And when he say project, he doesn't mean like he need to work on them to make them better. Like, they lived in the project.
Oh, yo, don't say it no more. Okay, well that's how they used to say it back in the day. But juvenile, like, give me
No. I was just making sure people understood.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't talking about like he was saying the girl was a project.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like middle school, it's so awkward. You don't kind of like because you say it, and then when you have that breakup, because let's be honest, whatever, 50-50, even with that, whatever, something's going to happen, right?
Right.
And then you're going to see them at the, closed area, like, you're going to pass a class,
right,
this and that. But I think it gets a little bit more interesting when you get towards high school. High school, you're smelling yourself more.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? especially when you get in your cliques, stuff like that.
Borrowing money.
Start borrowing money,
so you can take them out and do.
I can get dropped off now by myself. I don't gotta have the crew with me. You know what I mean? You start finding yourself and also finding other, So but it's going to be a fun time for you. Well, for me, I got a couple more years, so I can kind of
I'll be able to.
You gotta graduate. You got somebody that's going through that phase. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you definitely gonna be having your chair talks or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah, and then I got one, that's not quite 2 years behind the middle one. So it's gonna be like the middle one, and then the other one right behind them. You know what I mean? Like they both be in middle school next year.
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow.
Yeah, man.
And then I got my oldest one. Like technically, she done with school unless she want to go to college, and you know what I mean. So it's just like, All of a sudden, I look no joke, y'all. Lacey cut my hair, right? Lacey cut my hair the day of graduation. I'm getting ready. I done got ready. I done put my cologne on, everything. I go to the mirror, and I'm telling you no lie, I had a gray hair that I feel like said, bing. Either she missed it or it grew right then and there because I was going to my daughter's graduation and the years just catching up with me. Gotcha. I feel like it just popped out of nowhere. Like,
so we're not going to speed past that, the graduation. So, I have to ask you, give me the notes. What was the emotions? Hey, man, don't be turning right. What was the emotions going on when they call your baby girl across the stage?
So look.
Shoot.
I'm sad to say that I'm probably more feeling it right now than I did then. And I'm going to tell you why. Because just the whole thing of getting there and parking stressed me out.
Oh, man.
So by the time we got in there,
ODU, right?
ODU, yeah. Oh, Chartway, yeah.
Oh, me should I could have told you where to park. God, you should let me know.
Yeah. But I mean, parking was free. We parked in the garage.
No, you should have parked.
Parked on the street.
Yeah, park across the street where the old dormitories at. That whole line with that gas, and you walk across the street.
Really?
No stress at all.
Yeah. So that would have been fine if it had just been me and the boys. But I had my mom with me.
No, that you couldn't do that there.
And Lacey had her parents with me. And it was just like, so we had to take all those things into consideration.
Okay. I got you. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Because what you said, that's the best thing to do, especially if you don't mind walking and you're able to walk, because after you leave, it's going to be easier to get out.
Yeah.
Whereas the garage, you got to wait, and we had to wait. But it worked out. It worked out. The like I said, the thing was, okay, so we got there, and it was me, the boys, and my mom. We parked in one garage. Lacey took Aubrey and her parents. So they were trying to get Aubrey to the point where she had to be by a certain time. And they ended up parking on the street. And then they had to walk, and then they had to get in line. So now we're in separate lines, and we trying to find each other and all that. So, by that time, like I said, I'm just a little stressed out. And it was the thing where they said, make sure you tell your graduate where to meet you. And they said the graduates aren't allowed to have their phones. Well, that's the first mistake. Make sure your graduate has their phone.
Yeah.
Why
can't they have their phone?
That's what I'm saying, but it said it on the thing. So we trying to make sure that, they got a whole bunch of rules. Like they said you could only bring in clear bags. They said, you're supposed to dress a certain way. And they said the graduates couldn't have their phones. And you can see why they don't want the kids to have their phones as far as videotaping and doing stuff during the graduation. You can see how they don't want the kids, because the kids gonna be texting and doing all stuff during the graduation. And so I can see that slowing things up or getting in the way. You're gonna have some kids gonna want to take a selfie on the stage, and some kids are gonna want to do some things. So they were trying to, but I was like, we try to follow the rules and do the right thing.
Right.
And then come release time, you would have thought Van Halen was in concert, because everybody's out in front of the thing and you can't see nobody.
Man.
It was like a mosh pit.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So I end up telling everybody to stand right here and just wait. Y'all wait and y'all look for it. Me, I took Carson with me. I said, we're going to go through all this crowd and see if we can catch it just in case she don't come. Because basically we told her to just meet us right here on the corner, 43rd and Hampton Boulevard. But that corner was I'm telling you, it was like the Knicks just won a championship.
Yeah.
And we were out there ain't no way we're gonna. So I'm just yelling. Oh, bro. I'm just yelling her name. I got my flashlight up, and then I get a call from my mom saying that she done somehow passed us and got back to them. So by that time, I was like, because I'm thinking, if we had just been able to say, all right, meet us by this light pole, or meet us by this sign, meet us right here, then we could have known a spot to go. But it was just kind of like meet us on the corner. We didn't anticipate. So like I said, even as she was graduating, like I had a buddy of mine that was working security, and he came with me. He was like, all right, look, this is what we're gonna do. Once everybody get out of here, I'm gonna let y'all go a certain way so that y'all can catch her easier. And so it was cool, you know what I mean? But it ended up not really being a big deal. But I was thinking about that more. Obviously, I'm watching her graduate, and I'm smiling and everything like that. But I'm still thinking in the back of my head, all right, I got my mom with me. She got her parents with me. Okay, how are we gonna do this at the end? So I was preoccupied. So that's why I said I'm like sad to say, like I wasn't really in the moment. But at the same time, I'll be honest with you. A lot of the times for me, the emotions hit before and after.
Okay.
So I have moments before where it'll catch me, and I'm not ashamed to say most of the time is when I'm by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's when I kind of like when I take a time to slow down, and maybe I'm not being dad at the moment, and I'm just Will.
Yeah,
I'm just like, okay, all right. You know what I mean? It'll catch me. So the emotions in the moment were kind of like happy, proud. You know what I'm saying? I hope my baby don't trip, and all that stuff.
Oh, come on, man.
And then, and then after it was done, like, you know, like I said, I was just still kind of preoccupied with traffic, and I'm yelling at people and stuff like that because people just acting wild. So like, it really didn't hit me, and like I said, right now it's kind of hitting me.
Gotcha.
That's
what's up, man. Congrats.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But there's definitely times when I was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe I got a graduate.
Yeah,
I can't believe it,
what's
man.
up, man?
And, you know,
that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, she's a good kid, so I had no concern with what she's gonna do next, what she's gonna make of her life.
No doubt.
She's a good kid, and I just want her, like, you know, you want your kid to be better than you, right?
Of course.
So not necessarily in achievements, but just in like fulfillment in your life.
Yeah.
Like I want you to live a life that you don't look back and say, I wish I would have done this.
Yeah.
Or, why did I do this?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we kind of got moments where we can look back and kick ourselves in the butt and say, man, if I had just had my head on straight, like I kind of want to, hey, take your time so your head can be more on straight before you make big decisions. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush.
Absolutely.
Don't feel like you got to rush or whatever.
Absolutely.
So,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
We're proud of her, man.
That's what's up.
We're proud of her. We survived it too. I think that's the big thing. Like once you have, you know, a kid graduate, for a parent is a big milestone because I feel like, okay, we kept her alive this long. You know, like we protected her enough. We provided for her, and now she done walked across the stage. She graduated with honors, so we couldn't be more proud, man. We couldn't be more proud.
Did a good job, man. Did a good job.
Yeah. But like I said, one gray hair but did pop out that day. Popped out the side. It was long, and it was like a different texture and everything than my regular hair. Like,
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah. It just kind of like, it said bing, and it was like almost an inch long. Just popped out. I was like, I know Lacey ain't missed that. Where that hair come from? So I had to laugh about it or whatever. But yeah,
good stuff, man. Good stuff. So shoot, man. Let's end it off with let's talk about music that doesn't. That doesn't
shift gears a little bit.
Yeah, let's shift it a little bit. Music that we thought what it supposed to meant ain't really what it meant.
Right.
So let's make it easy. All right, everybody out here, well, I hope they know. You know, let's start off with a couple of songs. Let's do the easiest one, Mary Jane.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Everybody knows.
You know, Marco loves that song. You love it, right? You know, he's. First of all, he has a voice. He sounds good, whatever. You know what I mean? You know, he's in love with Mary Jane. It's the love of his life, whatever. Right. You know, but you break the lyrics down. He's really talking about the devil's lettuce. Yeah. The ganja.
Yeah.
The bad grass. Yeah. You know, so it's like
the herbs.
It's the herbs. You know, it's cool. Right. And then let's talk about we can ride the white horse. You know. I didn't find that out till maybe I got out of high school. Right. You know? Right. You know, they talk about the booger sugar. Yeah. You know? The bad flour. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you don't want to cook with that kind.
You don't want to cook with that kind.
Don't mix that in your Kool-Aid.
You know, I call it the Rick James sauce.
Yeah.
You know
wow.
I mean? But what really kind of turned my childhood upside down. The song that they play at family reunions.
Yes.
The songs they play at weddings. If they played at your wedding, I know you're kind of like, well, you know, that was different, you know. Everybody loves this group.
I'm trying to think, did they play that at my wedding?
I don't know. I remember your wedding, but I don't know if they played that.
Think they played that.
No. Might want to ask her. She got to do
Yeah.
wipes nose, right?
Yeah.
But
sure.
everybody loves Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right.
One of my favorite bands. My father played it on his records back in Germany, you know. And I'm sitting kind of like Mark. I had the ear, and I'm just sitting out, and the song, The Reasons, whatever. My man had the voice. He had the high notes, and I'm sitting there trying to hit the high note, and I'm cracking windowsills. You know what I mean? I'm cracking beer bottle with my voice being crackly, whatever. You know what I mean? You know.
Funny.
And I found out this man was on the phone talking to a sex worker, and I'm like, in the documentary, he says, you know, he broke it down. You know what I mean? And he says like it made him feel good. You know, he said like, you know, he felt like he cracked his nuggets. He felt like he was the man. He relieved himself.
Right.
Literally. You know what I mean? And you know, but you know, he said the reasons why we're here, man. The reasons. And if you listen to the words now in your head, you kind of like, oh man, it does make sense.
You can't unhear it.
You can't unhear it now, man.
Or unsee it.
Yeah,
man.
but that generation was so clean with it,
right.
And now our generation, we just straight up going to tell you.
Yeah, just say
we're blunt.
Yeah.
You know, now and the whole they told us we did the same thing, but we wasn't out there, young fella.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm kind of like, okay, I get it now. I'm like, yeah, you know, they code it. We don't code it.
No,
I mean, that's just our generation, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm going through old songs now, listening to like all old songs, I'm like, I can't unhear it.
Yeah,
like it's old songs from the 1940s, and this lady was nasty.
Brother, yes.
She was, and I'm not really getting too discreet, and I'll bleep my own self. You can lick my bleep, and my bleep, and I'm like, no, not Granny with the big moo moo.
Yep.
So I'm like,
yep. So when they say there's nothing new under the sun,
that's
what he's talking about.
Yeah,
he's talking about. Look, any obscene thing you think you seeing now, it existed.
It existed.
It just wasn't on the internet.
Yeah,
that's all. Or wasn't text messages and memes about it. It was out there. They were doing. It was done. Some stuff.
It was done.
They was doing some stuff.
They was out there doing it. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, maybe, I said maybe they just a better No, there was a better generation. No, they weren't. They learned, and they did it in a different way.
Yep.
You know, now you know.
And I will say less people felt free enough to do it. So you did have probably out of however many millions of people, like you probably had a smaller percentage of people doing it, whereas now people are a little more freer with what they do. But no, somebody was doing that. And matter of fact, I just learned about the person who, and not to get too graphic, but the person who inspired Hugh Hefner. I learned this dude was like a scientist. He did experiments.
No, don't tell me.
He did experiments, some very illegal experiments to prove and put out there that like sexual promiscuity was how we were supposed to be living. And guess who took his teachings and turned it into a $1 billion industry? Hugh Hefner. He took what that man taught and he said, this is the proof that what I'm trying to do, Playboy, is okay. Because this guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's an interesting topic.
It's very interesting.
And that's something we can do probably on a different podcast. We have more time. We kind of gotta dissect that in the most clean way as possible. But I heard that too. Like we supposed to be living in a different way we're living now. But again, because we got so we got a lot of female subscribers. So I'm like, but like I said, they were more in that generation. Like even with in the like the movie what's the movie that we talked about with your boy in there turn vampires and all that stuff, whatever.
Twilight? No,
not Twilight.
Turn vampire. Blade?
Yeah, not you go way back. I'm talking about the most recent one when he it was kind of like a comedy skit / but it wasn't really. With your come on, man.
Drewski?
No, not with Drewski, man. It's the one.
We getting old, y'all. We can't remember nothing.
It's the newest one with your boy Michael and Michael B. Jordan in there. And the vampires, and they were all trying to get into the
Sinners.
Sinners, yeah. And they kind of talked on there a little bit too, whatever. Like they were living wild.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they were living wild. After church, you're gonna go play there. You're like, whoa, like I'm like, okay, all right, Granny, you know, like the spot was what's it called, the jukebox spot, jukebox, whatever. Everybody get together, play that 10 cent for a drink, whatever, and drink that moonshine, and and they still get up and go to church,
right? Yeah,
with hangovers, and they're repenting of what they did, on Saturday night.
They were wild.
They was wild. Like, God forgive me, I turned some things up last night, and I repented, and I'm going to do it again next week. I'm like, okay, all right. So, it's kind of funny because I'm like, I wish I got, if it already didn't happen,
right?
We can build a time machine, and I could just go back and disguise and just be one of my dad's friends. Hey man, nice to meet you.
You trying to boy?
That could be a movie. No. It probably already is a movie. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey man, my name is Aaron, man. What's up, man? You know what I mean?
I don't want to know.
No.
He goes, hey man, you brave. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. No.
You know what I mean?
Because then you got to come back. And you gotta.
I'm like, you lie.
Yeah, you gotta come back.
You tell nothing but lies.
Yeah, you gotta come back and look at them in their face and be like, hey man, that one thing you did, that one that was crazy, man. Crazy, you told me to never do that. And it's because you did it.
Yeah, man. You sit here doing cartwheels and everything. Oh, come on, man. But hey Mark, do me a favor. If it's about to die, just turn off my Facebook Live. Hit that turned off already, but that one's
Sony went off yet.
How about that one? That died. Okay, you can turn that one off.
Yeah, we didn't even shout out the live.
All right. But yeah, they were living that rough streak.
Yeah.
You can take my phone.
Yeah,
it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that this was an interesting episode.
Yeah, it was interesting, man. It was interesting.
Oh yeah, and shout out to everybody. We're about almost hit 100 subscribers. I think 20 more.
20 more.
20, 25 more.
All right. And I'll take responsibility. I need to be posting more, and I will.
That's all right.
Especially with summer coming, it's gonna be a lot less going on. So
we're gonna hit subscriber 100.
Yeah, we're gonna hit 100.
I think when I do the road trip one, I'm gonna send you these clips or whatever. You can kind of do your thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do for me waking up and like, hey guys, I'm gonna do like I'm really gonna dive.
Document.
I'm gonna document whatever, and then I'm gonna give Mark a microphone. He in the back seat, whatever. You know what I mean? And then each stop we'll turn it on, whatever. Just go for it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to see. I gotta go to the store tomorrow because I need to get some more microphones because I only got 2, and I want to get one from Marcus and Marty, or maybe I can just hold it up and I can kind of like, you know what I mean? And I get the funny stuff, whatever. You can edit out whatever because it's going down. It's gonna be going down.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
But yeah, man, good show.
Yeah, good show.
You be coming right on time to do your part, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
He be hearing me like, yeah, it's about that time.
Real quick, with everything going on, you can come sit down.
I'm sorry.
But with everything going on, just a quick touch base on mental health and stuff like that. How everything been going as far as your mental?
So my mental been better now.
Okay.
Been better. I think now. Less stressed now, probably for you too, that now that he's out of school. So I'm not kind of like running around in the morning time, you got to get this and get that.
Right.
So I have more time actually for meditation in the morning time. So usually when he's sleeping, I'm like laying in my bed, like, just getting my mind together.
Right.
Now too that he's out, I go to work earlier so we can get out earlier. So now we do like fun things, like go to the library, go do stuff like that. Like I think I sent you a clip, a picture of. He was reading a book on music, Quest of Lovejoy.
I said I need to add that to my library.
I turned it back, but interesting book. I didn't get to read all of it because it was so long.
Right.
But I think my medicine for the summertime is like take it all in, slow it down.
Yeah.
Me going back to therapy too as well is helping. Right. But how about for you too?
Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head when you said like schedules.
Yeah.
Schedule's easy
now, right? It's easier now, right?
Yeah, we have more opportunity to do like things that we want to do.
Yeah.
And not necessarily have to worry about, okay, you got your homework done every night.
Yeah.
And this and that.
Yeah.
And obviously sleeping in is a good thing a lot of days.
Man, that's the best one.
You know,
man.
so yeah.
Because now my body, I know yours probably do that. Like my body wakes up at a certain time. I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to rush to get Marco together. I'm like, oh no, it's summertime. Like no, we can chill.
Right. Yeah,
So,
for sure. So yeah, everything is looking good. I still, just like you said, the therapy thing is going to be a big thing to try to like build on the momentum going into, you know, I hate to say it, but already thinking about like, okay, next year school wise and everything like that.
Don't think too ahead of time.
I know. Yeah, that's why I need to stop doing that.
Yeah, I'm working on it too, whatever. But if something to keep your mind off, if you think too, it's like it's going to bring you, man. It's going to bring you.
And that's one of the things that, like, you know, obviously faith and going to like therapy and stuff can help with just learning some techniques, because I have been doing some like breathing techniques when I start to get too far ahead of myself and start to worrying about what's going to happen and all that. Just taking some time, do some breathing techniques and kind of recenter myself, bring myself back to like, all right, I'm here right now. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Like what I'm thinking about might happen a week from now. I don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Like, right now, everything's okay.
Nice.
And so, continuing to pray on that, meditate on that has been big. So
awesome.
Yep. So great episode. We'll continue to take care of ourselves so we can help take care of other people. That's
nice.
What it is.
Nice,
When my dad's at podcast.
Here you go, Marco.
Marco, let's go. You ready? It's all right.
Oh. Well, my dad's coming at you for more. Like a subscribe.
Boy, he gonna get you with that thing, boy. Come on, Marco, do a good one, man. Come on. Seriously, see, get a summertime mode.
Well, my dad's coming at you for more. Okay. Like and subscribe.
Hit the like and subscribe button.
Comment.
Creative topics for the next podcast. Where my dad's at.
Right here, yo.
Be there.
We right here, yo.
We
right here, yo.
Mark, I don't do that. That goofy butt.
He's so goofy.
Yeah.
Man. He's so goofy.
You can tell he is summertime.
Yeah, he already in summertime mode. Great episode. Yes, sir.